Hello everyone and welcome back to more AEW on TEW 2020. We are on the go home shows before Revolution, and well, we're starting off with Dark. Now I will just preface this by saying last episode, the main event, Kota Ibushi got a back injury and he would be out for 3 months. However, I did actually reset that because basically if it was pretty much anyone else, I would have just rolled with it, but Kota Ibushi's, that match is pretty big for my upcoming booking, so I did reset everything. All the progression of storylines stayed the same. The ratings did change a little bit. I think I lost 1 overall point on Dynamite, but that's fine. Only other change is that the main event of Dark changed to... instead of Kota beating Penta took the victory over someone else, I forget who. But anyways, on to Dark. The Future defeats TNT. Jacob Fatu defeats Santana. Zack Sabre Jr. defeats Desmond Xavier. Luchasaurus defeats Andrew Everett. The Rosemary, Raven Creed, and Thunder Rosa defeat the Queen's Court. Eddie Kingston defeats Michael Nakazawa. Adam Page defeats Eric Redbeard to finish off our show of Dark. No D&D, and it's a very short show for the go-home Dynamite, as we start off with Pac defeating Alex Shelley with a 630. And afterwards, Pac grabs a mic, and he begins to yell and says, "Cody, you may be the TNT champion right now, and you may be one of the top brass within the company, but AEW is all about proving yourself in the ring. It's about proving that you are the best damn worker inside this ring, and that's what I am. I am the best worker in this whole company, and whether you like it or not, I'm going to be taking that title from you on Sunday. Your Nightmare family can try to do what they want, but I will break them piece by piece if they try to come after me during our match." Again, this is a bit of a short episode of Dynamite. I'm not the best at writing go-home shows, but oh well. Afterward, Chuck and Trent are backstage, and they have missing posters for Orange Cassidy, and they're trying to get people to find their missing best friend. They're approached by Matt Hardy, who tells them the slightly unbelievable news that he's trapped in another world because of a game of D&D. And he also tells them that, Serpentico's gone, Warhorse, Leva Bates, Peter Avalon, Brandon Cutler, and Luther. I think that's everyone. They're all gone. Chuck and Trent, they ask how Matt knows this, and Matt's like, "Oh yes, because of my powers over the multiverse, I've been able to travel between the worlds," which is also how Jeff's been able to do that stuff. And Chuck and Trent, they beg Matt Hardy to let them into that other world, but Matt says it's too dangerous, so Chuck and Trent head off to try to figure out a way into there to save Orange Cassidy by themselves. Jeff Hardy defeats Dragon Lee in a match that they have great chemistry. Very nice. Darby Allin then comes to the ring afterwards, and he stares down Jeff face to face, but before anything can really go on, Tully Blanchard's music hits, and him and his guys come out onto the stage, and they challenge Darby for a match, Shawn Spears versus Darby. But then Jeff takes the mic, and he says, "Tully, I have nothing but respect for you, but Darby's the real value here. But you know what? I'll accept your challenge on his behalf. Fred, Davey, and Shawn against me, my brother, and Darby. On Sunday, I'll see Darby's work firsthand, as will Matt." So, confirming another match for Revolution, a bit of a truncated build, because Jeff Hardy came in not too long ago, but he had his first in-ring match. Very nice. After this, Kyrie defeats Viperous. Just a real quick match to boost along another storyline. Then, Renee is having a stunt interview with Kenny about his match against Kota. Kenny says, "Me and Kota have known each other forever. We've known each other's moves, we know every single tick that the other has, and I'm gonna be honest, Renee, I'm nervous. I've never been as anxious for a match as I am right now. This isn't the first time me and Kota have faced off, of course not. But this is such a different context. Kota's come here. Kota's come to meet me he's come to face me. We're both going to lay it all on the line. Every move will be from the soul, and come hell or high water, we're going to make this a show that we can be proud of. If you're watching, Coda, which I know you are, please don't hold back, because I know that I won't. So yeah, Coda vs. Kenny was just such a huge part of my build that Coda being out for 3 months, I could not deal with. That's probably the only time I will reverse an injury. So for example, like, Wardlow's still out for a year. Jake Hager's still missing his contest, but just because of specifically it was Kenny, Coda, MJF, and Jon Moxley. Those 4 absolutely could not allow to get injured until Revolution. So because they're just such a huge part of the storyline. So yeah. After this, MJF defeats Dijak with a Swanton Bomb. Good chemistry. But then, MJF's about to speak when Moxley's music hits and the champion comes in from the crowd and he grabs a mic before he gets into the ring. MJF demands that the VIPs don't enter the ring because they want to. Moxley stares him down and Mox says, "You wanted a cage match, huh, MJF? You're trying to prove that you're some kind of macho man, that you're some kind of glorified saint because you don't want to cheat? Well, it's your funeral. That cage is going to be a prison for you, Max. It's going to," and before he can say any more, MJF cuts him off. He says, "I know what you're going to say, and I don't give a damn. I take it you want that steel cage match? Well, that's perfectly fine. It just means that I can prove just how much better I am than you by winning clean." And the two stare each other down. Moxley finally backs away, and as he's leaving, says that it will be the last time that MJF gets to see the inside of a squared circle in his entire life. Then we just have a hype package. Well, the matches all at Revolution. We have a lot of matches at Revolution. Another quick match just to boost up a story. Frankie Kazarian defeats Nat Murphy. And in our main event, the Inner Circle defeat Charles Betts and they beat FTR after Jericho pins Betts. Yeah, I know. This is a lackluster. Ooh, that show's better than I thought. Well, again, this is easily the shortest episode of Dynamite. Both in terms of the amount of segments as well as just the recording time. Usually, I'm at around 10 minutes on a recording, while I'm at 6 right now for Dynamite. So, again, pretty short show, but Revolution is going to be so big that I think it'll make up for it. So, see you guys in that next episode, where we have basically the equivalent of WrestleMania.